Hey, this is Kevin, and I'm really excited to put this army up. As you might have remembered or saw, I was on one of my updates. I showed this army as that I was working on during the end of last year and the beginning of this year. Anyway, this is the army of the Habsburgs under the leadership of Prince Eugene of Savoy, who I really admire as a field general. I mean, really meteoric, successful field marshal, and he was served him for about the Habsburg for about 6 decades. And you know what's funny is the French could have had him, but he got spurned. Anyway, he's known for really expanding the Habsburg territories, almost doubling the size of their country through his prowess, pushing away the Turks, and also beating the French and others. So basically, he was just a phenomenal general that really understood combined arms tactics. He revamped the Habsburg army to what they knew was right for that day, and really participated in the Mulberrian War. So I guess you could take this army pretty easily and apply it to most of the War of the Spanish Succession, maybe even up to Blenheim. Not quite sure. I'd have to look at that, but definitely this is the Habsburg army with some German contingents. Basically, Eugene was a field marshal. His campaign that I love is right after the Siege of Vienna. Basically his defeat of the Turks at Senta. I have about 5 books about him, and I really just love the character, although I think he was a little bit savory. Yeah, what I mean by savory is that he was incredibly rich. He became rich through his wars with the Turks, taking what plunder he found on the field, investing it wisely, pushed the emperor into giving him special favor, lands, and was really forceful in the Habsburg government. So he had a lot of enemies, but his success was something that you really couldn't turn away. But he participated in the Battle of Vienna. He was there as a newly officer in that army. He distinguished himself so much that the emperor actually gave him a regiment of dragoons to command. And he loved his dragoons. He was a cavalry commander par excellence. Also was very, very good at artillery and just really tactics of the day. But he had some very, very bloody encounters. I don't think he lost. Well, he did lose a battle, I remember, in Spain. But that was, I don't know too much about that. I got to do some studying about it. But I really like the army. These are Khurasan figures, all of them. They have an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous line. Basically, my units are 3 stands, sometimes 4. These are the pike and shot formations. They fit well to fighting the Turks. The cavalry I have mounted on 4 stands, which basically is a 80 millimeter frontage times 2, so 160. They can go into depth or in line to the time. But they're really nice figures. So I have 4 units of cuirassiers, 4 units of dragoons, and then several, about 8, I believe 8 pike and shot formations. I didn't paint up any light cavalry, just some artillery, a lot of generals for command and control. I probably should paint up some light cavalry. I probably need to order some. I didn't. So, but nonetheless, they painted up extremely well. They're well done. It's a nice sculpt. A little bit on the small side compared to maybe if you were to buy something from Blue Moon or Old Glory. These might be a little bit thinner. That's why I kept them in the army just for them themselves, but really awesome figures. Anyway, I hope you like this army. I try to keep these short. This is just a phenomenal army. I'm not quite sure what set of rules I'm going to use to play this, but they're certainly going to go up against my Turks. And I even have a small French army that I could put up against it, or my Russians. To be honest, I think that would also be quite interesting. Or the Poles. The Poles could they could have a little contentious relationship. Who knows? But anyway, I hope you liked it. It's a great army, and if you see anything I need to change, just let me know. Thanks.